Now, let's look at the delusion where it's all started. The delusion of self-wisdom. I don't know whether that word is is an English word, but let me use it today. Self-wisdom. That is wisdom separate from God. That you can be wise without God. That's what I'm going to discuss. So I believe that in Eden, before the fall, humanity, and of course, I know that humanity at that time to two individuals, that is our father, Adam, and also our mother, Eve. They were the two there at the moment. But we understand that they were led by God's Spirit. If it's wisdom, I believe they had wisdom. And they were doing right because they were led by God. Remember, Daniel acknowledged, Nebuchadnezzar later on acknowledged that all wisdom comes from God. So I believe they were wise, but now there is of course, God had told humanity that that verse in Genesis chapter 2, I think is verse 16, 17, somewhere there, where God told them not to take of the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And then we see Satan, or the enemy, in form of a serpent here, portrayed as a serpent, in Genesis chapter 3, verse 4 to 6. We read, "And the serpent said unto the woman, Ye shall not surely die, for God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods." You see, so we see here the enemy telling one of our parents, I know she was talking to the woman Eve, he told her that when you take of this, God knows that when you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened. When someone tells you that your eyes are going to be open, you might think that maybe they are closed at the moment, meaning you don't have understanding, you don't know what's happening, and you need that. So I think Eve understood that she had
May I
no
interrupt?
understanding. Yes, brother.
I so apologize, but I just had to say this. That you see that there's no safety in when people say, well, God told me this, or God showed me this. Because if Satan said, God knows, he was using God, as his evidence to give confidence that what he's now about to say is in favor with God. Because God knows. Yet still, we know the outcome of that. So when people come and say, well, I have this to tell you because God told me this or God showed me this, we should not give into it. We should be careful because Satan used the very same expression.
Amen.
Amen. Amen, brother. So we see Satan told our parent, that is Eve, that God knows that when the day that you eat thereof, your eyes are going to be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. If someone tells you that, I think that you probably will think that this will give you wisdom. But he explains it further in the next verse. We read verse 6. "And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes," so it pleased whatever she was told. She was pleased with that. All the explanations, she was pleased with it. "And a tree desired to make one wise." You see the wisdom aspect there in Eden. So at one point, humanity was deluded that they could be wise by themselves. Because I believe the temptation here was humanity living separated from God, that we could live separated from God and still be wise. So she took of the fruit thereof and did it, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So eventually Adam was also brought into the mixture. He went with the wave, and we understand that's why we are here today. Most of the time, we are not just we are born separated from God because they took of that fruit. They took of that fruit of that tree. Life separated from God. That you can be wise without God. We are going to see that that was a delusion. Self-wisdom is delusion. Okay, I'll move on to the next verse. Now, that is